All right, I got a few minutes left. I want to talk about conversion tricks in the time that we have remaining available here today. About 18 minutes left before they kick us out and they have to tear things down. Last time at the ASM Live, the main event was about 2,500 people. I spoke. I gave away some really good conversion techniques. And then for the next month, every time I would look at all these bestsellers on Amazon, I'd be like, there's a tactic. There's a tactic. The amount of those who implemented, I grossly underestimated. So I said, I'm never going to do that again, right? So I'm not going to teach conversion tricks to 2,500 or 3,000 people live in front of the stage anymore. But I figured I would share some with you here today. Now, conversion is a challenging thing because if I had to pick between traffic and conversion, I would pick traffic. Because conversion of 0 is nothing, right? But it's really a combination of the two. When you combine these together, it makes your Amazon ads perform better. When you combine these together, it increases your potential to rank due to sales velocity, due to certain metrics that Amazon considers for future and present conversion. So let me give you an example of some. Okay, so let's take a look at this first one here. 2-pack and 6-pack. Now, you cannot see this, but if you look very closely, the 6-pack is more expensive than if I bought 3 2-packs. 3 2-packs is $15.32. 1 6-pack is $69.28. Do you know why? Is this a parent-child relationship? No. Okay, this is stuff people don't know. This is a pack. Third-party sellers, because you will notice when you click on 6, it's not shipped and sold by Amazon. It's not Artisan Metalworks. It's a third-party seller. Because in certain categories, you can create packs. So I could theoretically buy 2 L'Oreal shampoos, package them together, and sell on L'Oreal shampoo's listing, right? There's whole courses, internet marketing courses that teach this kind of stuff. It's so dumb, but here's why I bring this up. If you're in a category that is packs, I know home and kitchen has packs, I know health and personal care has packs, I don't know which ones do or which ones do not do, but you absolutely have to put in your own packs. Otherwise, these other idiots will get on your listing, and this will hurt your conversion. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, by the way, if we can do packs, why not make a little bit of a deal? If a 2-pack is $15 and a 6-pack, what if we let them save $3? Would that be worth it for you to make an additional sell? Heck yeah. Absolutely. This is the kind of stuff that they have to be cognizant of. I analyze and look at every single portion on my whole Amazon listing, right? So here's another example. Customer images. So when you're looking at these, any customer can upload an image and put it on your Amazon listing, right? So I really asked myself one day, I mean, it's great if you can stimulate customer images, that's okay, right? Any customer image is better than no customer image, right? But I really started thinking to myself, what would be the best customer images? Well, the ones I shoot and hand to my people to post would be the greatest, right? But the content of those images, what if it was an image with main competitor, your product? Comparison. You can't do that. Even if you could do that on your listing, it wouldn't look cool. But a customer doing it can start to funnel sales, especially if the main seller is not as good as your product and you can visually and easily demonstrate the superior quality at a glance in your customer images. So then you get a customer to post those type of images. Now look at those customer images. They're absolutely horrible, right? The only good one is the last one. Now, if you're stimulating traffic of any way, shape, or form, this is where Thomasing can be really fun. It's not the only place, though, right? You run a contest, and you say, customer photo images. Whoever creates and posts the best image to my Facebook, not to Amazon. Because here's why. They only show 4 customer images, not all customer images, right? So we send them to Facebook, because Facebook is going to get us some leverage, some synergy. So we have our customers or potential customers, we run a Thomason contest, we send them and have them post their image to the Facebook page, and then we select the best 4. Why 4? Because that's how many spots are up there, right? So you can even put criteria in there. Must have this in picture, must conform to these standards if you want to. But now you're starting to influence with real customers images like this. Like everybody wants to cold call customers after they purchase on Amazon and try to sell them stuff. If I'm calling a customer, I don't really want to do that. I either want to say, hey, how did you find us on Amazon? Think that's valuable? You would not believe. Well, I'm in my friend's local yard sale group on Facebook, in Maslin, Ohio, and she posted your deal. Now maybe yard sale groups on Facebook becomes a marketing strategy, right? That's an actual customer example. Speaking of which, video is very powerful. So you can do the same thing. I wasn't sure which one to buy on Amazon. I knew this one brand I knew who the brand was, but I saw this other product over here, and it had a coupon discount code right on its Amazon page. So I wasn't sure what to expect. So I bought both. And now that I have both, I can analyze it, and I can determine which one I like better, right? Here's what I don't like about big brand. Here's what I love about ASMR brand, right? Do you think you would even have to artificially stimulate people finding that helpful? No. How do you think that would help you sell? Tremendous. It's one thing to have a video, which is okay, and everybody should actively seek out and have videos. It's another thing to have a video that sells. A video like that will sell. That's not the only way to do the videos, but a video like that will absolutely sell, okay? Now I want you to take a look at this. Special offers and product promotions. In general, most Amazon listings look exactly like that, right? Get a $100 Amazon.com gift card. Get the Discover It card. Wow, that's what I want my customers to see, right? But if you look at the second image below, this is an ASMR, by the way. I mean, you could just tell by looking at the title, right? Look at what shows. Free shippings on orders over $35 and one more promotion. And then you click on it, it says buy 2 eligible products to save $5. Horrible promotion, but better than nothing, right? Special offers and product promotions, you absolutely should use that section. So remember earlier when I linked and I said in the video, hey, I saw this product special offer on the listing. What do you think if somebody watches that video, the first thing they're going to do after they watch that video? They're going to go up there and look at specials, offers, and product promotions. Do you have to offer a discount? Not necessarily. You can say buy one, get one, X% off, right? Or X dollars off. You're technically offering a discount, but you're making a full price sale, right? That's really cool. And so a lot of people forget this. This is called advertising the advertising. The testimonial is the most important thing. The review is the most important thing on your Amazon listing. But if you leave it to them to only read the reviews, you're only going to get so much traction. Really good reviews, we take them, we quote them in bullet points. Really good reviews, we quote them in the product description. Really good reviews reference our special offers and product promotions, right? See how I'm advertising the advertising? If it's good, I don't just mention it once and hope. I reference it throughout. And that repetitiveness, all those, they're trial closes, if you will, those work together to create the tipping point, right? Do you know this one? 13 Amazon Mom members gave this an average rating of 4.8 stars. Have you ever seen that before? I just saw that yesterday for the first time. So I stuck that in there. This isn't a mom product, by the way. Yeah, I know they do, right? But there's got to be, with 5,000 reviews on some of these products, there's got to be some Amazon moms who buy them, right? But why does it only show on this listing? It's not a baby product either. It's actually a camera float. But for whatever reason, this is triggered. Now, will it stay this way forever? I do not know. But here's what I recommend you do. This is how I've gotten really good at Amazon conversion. Dare I say, probably the best in the world at Amazon conversion. Because every week, I go through and I look at the top 100 in some random category. And I just look very quickly at each one of their listings. And every time I see something, I say, that's interesting. And I take a screenshot of it. And then whenever I sit down to write an Amazon listing, it's a consideration I have. Does that make sense? It's called a swipe file. Every week I'm coming across weird stuff like this. This is why when you listen to me and you say, Jason, how do you figure this stuff out? How do you know all this stuff? How are you always having these cool conversion techniques? It's because I do observation, systematic observation, right? Every week I just analyze and observe these different bestsellers in a variety of different categories, even many of the ones I'm not selling in currently, and I say, what's this? And you click on it, and they'll tell you what it is. Now, I don't know how to trigger it yet, but I'm working on figuring it out. I don't care if this is sex lube that we're selling on here, right? I bet you this will increase conversions. Probably in that case, it definitely would, right? Now, this is a simple one, but sometimes you can get too complex. If you really analyze my language patterns when I sell on webinars and stuff like that, it's laced with so much NLP, it's not even funny. That's advanced selling technique. Most people try to do that and they haven't even mastered the basics. Like, number one thing you want to do if you're selling from the stage is be interesting, right? It's a basic concept, right? This is a basic concept, but it's very important. I see a lot of people overlooking that. List price, price, sale, you save. Now, in this case, it stretches beyond the realm of believability that I say is $27. I don't really believe it, but it still helps conversion. It even helps better if it's within the realm of possibility. Now, here's why a lot of ASMers do not do this. Because when you set up your price in Seller Central, they will give you an estimation of how much you'll pay per sale, right? But the estimation is not based on $12.95. It's based on $39.95, right? And you're like, oh my God, I can't make money with this. In reality, whenever you sell a product on Amazon, that's what they take the percentage out of. So sell us for $12.95, they take the 15% fee or whatever it is now out of that. Absolutely must use list price, price, sell. You save. Or in some cases, it's just price, sale, you save, depending on the category of the product, right? This is an image. Smart. 1,000 pixel by 1,000 pixel image. They took the bottle of the product and they took their really good reviews and they screenshotted them, right? Technically, I'm sure Amazon doesn't like that, right? So we won't do it. I don't know, right? What the hell? If I can get away with it, I'll do it. Jaywalking and murder, okay? Jaywalking and murder. This is jaywalking. This is not murder, all right? But again, it's advertising the advertising. A really good review, not only do we put it in the product description, so we pepper it throughout the product descriptions, not only do we put them in the bullet points, we also put them in the images, and we also have customers reference them. Now here's something interesting. These are comments on a review. 7 comments, 7 posts in this discussion. Who can leave a comment on a review on an Amazon listing? Anyone. Anyone can. One of my favorite examples is, this is a little technique to get a negative Amazon review removed. So we had like Will's mom go and buy up one of our products. This is before we had a review club, so we still have friends and families buying it. And Will's Brazilian, and his mom is very Brazilian. And she sees when she goes to buy that some asshole left us this 1-star review, probably a competitor, right? So we didn't tell her to do this. She got so mad that she wrote a comment. And she was very upset, because it's her son we're talking about here, right? And then the guy replied back, and he kind of slurred her because like she was so upset, so her English wasn't the clearest, right? I mean, she's not a native English speaker. And so he said something derogatory, and we were able to report that to Amazon and get the review removed, right? So like, if I control somebody enough to get them to violate Amazon's policy, maybe we can get the review removed, right? But even more important than all of that is anybody can leave comments. So if you're building an email list and you get a good review or a bad review, you can send people to comments. Notice when it says permalink, you can link people directly to comments and actually coax them to leave a comment on somebody's review. I'll never forget this. So like, I have Abby is my fiance's 10-year-old daughter, and I make Abby work for me. So like, she's like working with me, helping me take image shots and looking at samples of potential Amazon products. And we get this one product, and it was super hard to get the thing out to put the batteries in, and then when I did, I broke the product. So I'm like, what the hell? So I get on Amazon, and I start reading the reviews. And there's one other person that had that problem. And then a commenter comments and says, you should have contacted support. They'll give you a free one. They did that for me, right? I'm like, smart. It was an ASMR, I could tell, right? But then somebody else commented and saying, yeah, I mean, they're so great. And then the person with the 1-star review commented and said, yeah, in fact, they did give me a new one. Cool. And then I saw with my very own eyes something that I would never forget. Three commenters pile on saying, you should change your review to a 5-star review now. Well, the audacity of you. I mean, they were starting to berate this person. It was nuts. I'm either thinking that these people just love this product, or maybe they're being enticed. Maybe there's a reason why they're commenting, right? And so these are some of the things that I like to consider. Now, I don't like to do bad, good, and I don't like to be too clever with it, but I do love to have different customers, when there's a really good review, also comment on it, because that's most likely when people are going to read the comments on a review, either when it's controversial or when it sounds too good to be true, right? This is the most underutilized piece of real estate on an Amazon listing, customer questions and answers. Double-digit reviews seem to always perform better on Amazon than single-digit reviews. Double-digit customer questions and answers seem to usually increase conversions. So get 10 questions with 10 answers. Now, by the way, who can post a question on a listing? Anybody. Can one of those questions be, hey, I heard there was a promo code to save $10 if I bought 2. Is that still available? And if so, how do I redeem it? And then you don't even answer it. Somebody else will answer it. So this one has 114 questions. You don't need to go that crazy with it. Now let me give you some extra juicy insight. When I write my Amazon listings these days, this is a new technique I've developed. In the past, what would I do? I would mine the reviews, I would pull out the phrases, the benefit phrases, and then I would read my product description copy and my bullet points, right? I barely look at the reviews. I now read the 114 questions. Or I read the most important questions amongst a variety of different competitors that I'm thinking about selling in. The questions are the greatest gold mine for coming up with copy in your listing, right? Can these be cut with scissors or tin snips for another size? Could they be used for dehydrator sheets? How does one check for damage to the match? I stacked some plates on top of them before reading that this could cause damage, right? And 110 other questions. Do you suppose that there's something there that could help you position your product? If people are having these questions, they probably are not buying, right? So this is how I'm now positioning the copy. Super, super duper hot. Don't tell any damn person this, right? Because next thing I know, next week, like 50,000 ASMers are going to be like writing copy based on these customer questions and answers, right? So keep that one to yourself and make that a consideration. Look at your existing copy and compare it to the questions and answers from legitimate posters on legitimate competitors, and then make sure that your copy is handling those objections or handling those considerations. And by the way, see all 5 answers. Not just one answer. There can be 5 answers, right? My final thoughts as I wrap this up today. We got 1 minute and 16 seconds left. First of all, I appreciate you for coming out here, taking this journey with us. I also love to consider the whole bigger picture, conversion is great, traffic is great, you marry those two together, that's where the insanity takes place, right? Most people either specialize in traffic or conversion. I recommend that you take the simple conversion techniques that I've mentioned here, plus the ones that I've already taught in an ASM Masters. And when you combine those with a solid traffic system, as I discussed earlier today, that's when those success stories occur. And by the way, who has produced the most success stories in ASM? Rapid Crush has. All right? So let's continue to make that number bigger, okay? Thank you so much. I'll be around all weekend, all right? So if you catch me out in the hall, you catch me anywhere, that means it's free game, all right? What? Oh. Oh. You want to do it? What's this about?
This is about the most anticlimactic stage entrance I've ever seen. Jason, so I taught him, like 11 things to rank. Want to know the one thing that everyone's asking me?
What's that?
How to do that freaking mental trick.
Anyway. Yeah.
So I've had several people, when I asked how many of you are on Amazon Fast Track, and like most of you raise your hands, and the number one question I'm getting is, should I go to Iowa? And when Jason tapped me to go to that, I just want to tell you what my vision was for it that I shared with Jason. Can you guys all hear me, by the way? Okay, so one of my business heroes is Gordon Ramsay. I would swear way more if I could do it with that cool UK accent of his. He can pull it off. But if Gordon Ramsay were to give you a seminar and teach you information, I would pay whatever I could to attend that. But for Gordon Ramsay to show up to my restaurant, physically kick me in the ass, and turn things around experientially, it's a different learning format, right? And he's got a whole TV show if you're interested in seeing him swear quite a bit. This was my vision for the Traffic Intensive. I think I have some great lecture content, but it's a different learning thing when you're experientially going through something. Yeah?
Yeah. Can't swim in a seminar.
Yeah, I mean, right. You can read how to paint all you want, but until you're painting, you really aren't a painter. So my vision for this was, let's get you guys a small number because there's a practical matter of doing this. I couldn't do it with 600 plus people. So there's 24 people was the number we came up with. Any more than that, and Jason's neighbors would think we're forming a cult. Right?
They already do, by the way.
They already do.
With the amount of times a DHL truck arrives at my house,
yeah.
I'm a drug mule.
So anyway, I just wanted to clarify, because that was the number one question. It's like, hey, I want to go to Iowa, but like, how exactly does this work? And I get it, because it's a different concept. No one's really ever done this. So my goal, I haven't told Jason this yet, but ideally is the first day we're there, you are physically turning on and tweaking and starting or working on live Facebook campaigns. Literally, I'm walking around, no, yes, do that different. So then by day number 2, again, I haven't run this by him yet, but this is what I'm thinking, is then we're going to have data. And I'm going to get you guys to be viciously unemotional. What do I do, Ben? And this is where the rubber meets the road. So anyway, that was sort of my vision for Traffic Intensive. I think you should call it a hands-on workshop, because it's not like we're going to lecture, ad nauseum. We're going to be doing it, okay?
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't want to turn this into some spiel. I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, if you can eat both vanilla and chocolate cake for dessert, why not, right? So fast track plus whatever, Amazon Intensive, I mean, that's the answer. So I love the fact that you clarified to all the people asking you if they should buy my stuff, right? Yeah. And the answer in that case is always yes. No, hopefully that makes sense. All right, so we're done.
We're done. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you so much. I'll be around all week. We have recorded all of this. It takes a while when you do things professionally. The benefit of doing it on a Hangout is it was a lay it live the next day. Give us a month or two to edit these and put these in the members area. The recordings of these will be in the ASM Masters area. I will try to get my slides in there even sooner, okay? So I'll see you all this weekend, all right? Have a good one.